So hello, I would like to welcome you in my new video. This video is going to be about how to motivate yourself, motivation to change your habits. If you want to lose weight or give up smoking or anything like that, you can use this one tool and tip which I'm going to give you now, because it's not very usual that I would read about this thing anywhere, and it's really simple and really nice little thing that you can do, and it's surprising how well this can work. And it's really easy, and you don't need like anything for it. And also, if you're interested in changing your habits, you can also watch my previous video on motivation, where I talk about entire strategy, how you can change your habits painlessly, without any pain, and really like smoothly. Also, if you're new here, you can subscribe to my channel if you're interested in self-help and really practical advice how to improve your life in daily many ways. And so now I'm gonna start talking about this one tool, which my video is gonna be about. It's not gonna be a long video. So this tool is basically, I call it do it later technique. So what does it mean, do it later? If you are really hooked on something, like you really hooked on food or cigarettes or anything like that, you can really use this in this way. That maybe I will tell you one example with chocolate, because I like chocolate, and this seems like a really nice example for me. And so maybe you are now on some kind of you are trying to change your habits, you're on some kind of diet. I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm just gonna give you this one tip, which is really amazing. So let's say that it's like a normal day, and it's like 4 p.m. and you crave chocolate, and you got this one chocolate that maybe somebody gave to you, and you just want to eat it. But you know that you are on a diet, and you really want to just like that, like eat a chocolate out of blue, just because you feel like it, because that's like a precedence for future actions. So you can use this do it later technique. So in a way that you will tell yourself at 4 p.m. you will set a timer at 5 p.m. You can do it for like 1 hour or 2 hours, and then at 5 p.m. You will, when the timer goes off, if you still crave the chocolate, you will just eat it. So the difference is, instead of eating it immediately, you're just gonna set a timer for like after 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or however long. Don't make it too long. I would, if you're doing it for the first time, do it for like 1 hour, because 1 hour is a reasonable amount of time for you, and you can spend 1 hour by looking forward to it and imagining how you're eating the chocolate, and really how it's gonna taste really nice, and how you look forward to it, and maybe watch some video or TV show or whatever, read a book, whatever you like, and then you can look forward to eating your chocolate at 5. Now this seems really strange, and maybe you're gonna tell me this is not effective or anything like that, it's gonna make you break your diet. I personally really don't think that, because first, if you do it honestly, if you really mean it, if you really tell yourself, yes, I mean it, at 4 p.m. if I still crave it at 5, I'm gonna eat it. Because there are some people who just gonna like cheat in this way with this strategy, and they're gonna tell themselves, oh, I will postpone it by 1 hour, but already at 4 they know that they're not gonna eat the chocolate. You know, they don't want to eat it, they never want to eat chocolate, and basically nothing changed with them. You can't do it like this. You have to really mean it. When you tell yourself at 4 that if you still crave it after 1 hour, you will eat it, you have to really mean it honestly, really honestly. Because what can happen, and it can happen like with really high probability, that at 5 you're going to be in completely different mood. Maybe you won't crave the chocolate at all, because if you noticed during the day, if you were observing yourself, there are different times where you crave different things, and maybe at 5 you won't crave the chocolate as much. Maybe you're going to look at the chocolate and you're going to be like, oh, I remember that I craved it at 4, but now I look at it and I would still eat it. It's chocolate, I would eat it anytime, but it's not like I have to, you know. Maybe you're gonna feel like this, so then you don't have to eat it. And then when you feel like you crave it again, you again can postpone it by 1 hour. What you have to keep in mind is that if you still crave it at 5, just eat it. You know, just eat it. Because the core of this technique is that you will learn how to postpone your pleasures. You will learn that even if you really want something, you don't have to have it to be happy. You don't have to have it right now. You can postpone it and see what happens. You know, observe yourself also. You can use this time to observe yourself. How are you feeling and how are you reacting when you craving something? You can maybe see that it's really not about the chocolate, and then you have some other issues. Or this is maybe for more advanced people who really are used to observing themselves. But you know, you can spend 1 hour by doing something pleasant, which is pleasant for you, and then at 5 you can eat it. Maybe now you're gonna tell me, oh, what's gonna happen to me? You know, I'm just gonna postpone it, and every day I'm gonna be eating chocolate at 5. Well, if this would be happening to you and you would start to seeing this, then you can actually see that you got used to it, and maybe you are kind of okay with that. And so maybe you can start by postponing the chocolate by 2 hours. You know, it's very similar to my phasing out technique. It's a similar approach, but my phasing out technique, I speak about it in my previous video. But here you really have to apply your intellect and really go with the flow, sort of. And if you notice that you are making a habit out of eating chocolate at certain time, then you can really, if you are getting into habit, it means you are comfortable, and so you don't crave it as much, so you can postpone it by another hour. And I'm not saying like every day at 5 you should eat chocolate, because every day is different. You're gonna crave these things at different times. Maybe you're gonna crave it already in the morning, you know. So really go with the flow, and if you really notice that you crave something, don't ignore it. Don't wait until it's gonna be afternoon and you can like do this, but set a timer in the morning. Every day is different. Every day do it differently. Be really honest and really only do it when you crave it. Because chances are, even if you didn't postpone it by 1 hour, you would still eat the chocolate because you couldn't help yourself. So don't torture yourself as much. And especially, don't tell yourself things like, I will never eat chocolate, now I'm on a diet, it's forever, I'm never gonna eat. All these ultimative terms, I really don't like them. People saying things like never, ever, forever, you know, always, always, that's a good one. Like, everything changes all the time, you know. It's not gonna be forever and ever and all these, like, these terms are like in songs and like in pop music and stuff like that, but I wouldn't necessarily put them into your life. I would try to really look at this tool as you are really going with the flow. You are not forbidding yourself from anything, because the moment you forbid yourself from eating something or doing something, you're just gonna crave it even more. And so I'm thinking about what kind of objections you might have, but I feel like I addressed them all. And if you have any objections to this, questions, whatever like you wanna say to this, please write me down below, because I will answer you, and I will maybe give you some like specifics about it, some more details. Maybe there's something I forgot about. I would really like to give you a really practical tool and really address all the pitfalls you might encounter and all the stuff like that. Because with this technique you also happen that nothing is forever and ever, and you can go with the flow, and you can roll with the life as naturally as the life rolls, and you can postpone something, do it later if you want, or not do it later if you don't want, and all these things. Don't be too harsh on yourself. That's basically my message. And so that's everything for today's video. Today I tried to keep it shorter because my last video was really long, so I wanted to kind of keep it like precise and really short. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a like or subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time with my next video. So have a nice now, and bye.